Welcome back, y'all, and welcome to the beginning of year 3 of my Stardew Forever Farm Spring Year 3. Hope you're having a great day today. If you have not catched the first 2 years, I have all the episodes in a playlist in the description, and usually we would start with goals, but in year 3, just in general, my goal is perfection, whether it is finishing up the crafting, the friendships, the cooking. We have to finish up everything that we need for the grind to hopefully get perfection sometime in year 3. So let's keep it short because we have a busy episode today. Let's go. So we know that we have to start year 3 with our evaluation. And I didn't check my points, but I am almost 100% sure that we got it. I want to say I can't believe I called my farm New Leaf Farm on accident, but I can believe it. I can believe it. Well, he said that we were a better farmer than he ever was. I don't believe that, but it's very nice of him to say that. We get all 4 candles, and they burn blue, the same color of my ghost grandpa. And we get the Statue of Perfection. Instant iridium every day. Gotta love that. Place it down. See you tomorrow. And speaking of iridium, time to make us some iridium sprinklers and place them down in the grid and start this very long grind of just getting as much ancient fruit down that we can. It looks pretty nice. It's always nice to make it out in time to see the sprinklers go off. So that's the plan. In this beginning part, it will be a lot of harvesting and then planting. Harvesting, planting, making the seeds. Because I did as much as I could in year 2, but I didn't quite meet my goal. Let's pause here because we got our first dinosaur. We should just say it. We know it's a dinosaur. I mean, we put the dinosaur egg in the incubator. We visit Leo, who is now living over... not living over here. And we are very close to finishing up our friendship just overall in this season. Day 3, same thing. Clear out the area, place down the sprinklers, hoe the field, plant down the crops. Day 4, it's raining, so that's nice. Place down as many crops as possible to save us time from watering. And also collect whatever money we can get as well. As I said, it's a big grind up until the end. Don't judge how our farmhouse looks. We don't have a lot of visitors. Day number 5, our baby is finally big enough that we can toss it up in the air. That's pretty much the only thing we can do with it for now. We get this achievement, and I always have liked this artwork. I say that about a lot of Eric's artwork. That's pretty cool. Jazz doesn't like bugs. But at least spring onions are going to be worth a lot more now. So at least we got that. But more importantly, we knocked out that part of our journal. That's what we do it for, right? To make our minds feel good. And even though I measure all these out, I still messed up that Junimo hut. End of day 5, this is what our farm is looking like. We are about halfway done. We're going to fill up as much space with Junimo huts as we can. The plan is 12. And just as long as we do it sometime this season, it's fine. It takes ancient seeds 30 days to grow. And in the meantime, our island is expanding, but we still have some seeds we need to plant, including we'll put down some winter seeds for some foraging that we need, and we'll do a key quest because we weren't able to find the prismatic shards on the last one. For this one, we want to ship off a lot of cooking. I'm going to be very lazy, just collect a ton of wheat flour and make a ton of bread that we'll just ship off, make a lot of the money back. Basically just pay for the key gems and be on our way. Also, we'll start being more lazy and just buy more rare crows instead of actually crafting scarecrows. And collect whatever resources that we can in the meantime. Okay, so we are at 33 gems. We have enough fiber to put down another Junimo hut there. 2 more Junimo huts. And we'll spend a lot of the rest of the day getting that farmland ready. Day number 9, more of the same. Get up and get the farmland ready. Leo still is at 9 hearts, so we are almost maxed out for everyone. And we chose the prismatic grange display, so we will buy or collect whatever we have. I had to look up a guide for this to see whatever is the easiest there, and unfortunately we are still at 9 hearts with Leo, so we are moving on. Didn't have enough Joja Colas, so I'll just buy 100 of those along with an auto petter. Get 100 salads, that's kind of expensive. 100 spaghettis, that's kind of expensive too, but we got the money and we need the key gems. Very exciting there. Knock that part out. And we'll get the recipe for the... what do we get? The bluegrass? And we focus on the recipes first. Get all the crafting done. Day 10, we get a lot more ancient fruit, which is perfect because we need to fill our kegs. And eventually need to move some kegs over to the quarry because we're going to run out of space very soon. Put down our second auto petter. First one that we had to buy. It's spring, but our Christmas tree is still up, as expected. And we will start our day doing whatever kind of crafting we can. We get a geode crusher, which is useful. Some other things we can place around the house. And we did make sure that we plant a pumpkin for a jack-o'-lantern. And now we'll put a sign over here and we'll label it Gifts from Wife. Perfect. And we'll just place in the spiceberry. We get our horse book and we have 4 more books to go. Maybe we'll do a few of those today. We forgot about this path back here, and it took me like a minute or so passing by the golden trash can a few times. It was a moment where if I was screaming it for thousands of people, I'm sure they'd be yelling at me. We'll also go over this way. I totally forgot you can fast travel this, like, doing it this way. if you don't have the obelisk already and you're on that side of the valley. And we get this cutscene, which is super, super fun. We get to Meowmere, and you have to excuse me, I'm not a Terraria fan. I know that I should be. Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? But we got a cat sword that's a level 4, so it will stay in a chest and just stay in the chest for a long time. And anyways, we'll head to the volcano because we will need a lot more dragon teeth, of course. And level 5, we can trade in 10 diamonds to get our diamond book, and we got a lot of books today. 2 more only needed. Also, we finally can get our ostrich egg, which we will store very, very carefully until we can finish our field office. Hopefully do that soon. Day 13, get a lot more ancient fruit. We also get some foraging that we need because I didn't have the right winter foraging I needed for the winter seeds to craft. So we'll knock that out right away. And every time we are in the island, we will always go around, collect coconuts for golden coconuts because we're trying to knock out the field office, as I said. And there's a lot of goodies too with golden coconuts. Since it's Sunday, let's see, did we get it? Yes, we did. And we'll do some slow spins. I guess we're kind of tired that day. We have now maxed out hearts with all the villagers, besides our child, which doesn't count. We feed the skeleton, and then we realize we can't get to the logs, so we're just gonna hit this. There, that works. And we get the club card finally, which, as I mentioned, should have done a long time ago. At the museum, we donate a dolomite, and the security guard explodes because we had a club card. And this looks pretty nice. Mr. Key's very impressed by all of this, but we're gonna have to come back at some point because the gambling can be fun in games sometimes, but we'll most likely just buy whatever key coins we can, and it takes a long time to get what we need, but we get 10,000 to get our last rare crow, which I forget you have to place on the farm, but we'll remember later. We get the mapping cave system, which is just another part that I forgot about, and we are 1 book away, which is the one we get from the art of crabbing. The Squid Fest is art of crabbing, but hopefully we can buy that. As I mentioned, I forgot you have to actually place it down on the farm, so we'll place the alien one here. That's my favorite one. And then we'll head off to the island to hopefully get some more dragon teeth, which we do, and we get just the one there. Okay, just the one. And we do need to knock out these guys for the Adventurer Guild. We do find a mummified bat, so now we are just 1 away with golden coconuts to complete the field office. We get the deluxe scarecrow. That's super cool. I'll just call that my second favorite one. And since I don't want to bother with Junimo Cart, we'll see if we can actually collect 4 prismatic shards today. I throw the baby up in the air, and we'll head to the Skull Cavern today to collect hopefully as much iridium as we can, and to hopefully find some pepper wrecks as well. There's one. And I should mention that it's also the Desert Festival as well. But we also get to level 100 for the first time on a very productive day. Mr. Key is impressed once again. We just keep proving him wrong. Sounds very rare. Iridium snake milk. Why would I drink that? Okay, I get more health. That's nice. But seriously, you hear iridium snake milk? Like, one thing that we know is poisonous, one thing that is most likely poisonous, and you're just like, yeah, I'll just drink it. What else is going on in my life? I just got a wife, kid, trying to make the ghost of my grandpa proud. Day 17. We got a ton of ancient fruit wine, which is about 500,000 every week now. Each shed gets us about 129, which is about 250,000 without the cellar, without changing the quality of them at all. 590, so it's more like 300,000 for each deluxe shed. Day 18, get a lot more ancient fruit, expanding slower than I wanted to, that's perfectly fine. Golden coconuts, okay, we got a mango and a banana. We also got a pearl out of a golden mystery box, that's super nice. We donate a prehistoric hand axe and a golden relic. Almost done there, and then we come back later and donate a trilobite. Am I saying that right? Trilobite? Trilobite. I'm going with it. Plant down our third banana sapling. None that we've had to trade dragon teeth for, so that's nice. And we pass out in our home. One of my least favorite things to do in Stardew Valley. Next day, even more ancient fruit on the farm. We donate a jagoite? Jagoite, I don't know. I'm not looking up the pronunciation of that one. We are moving ahead, and we're going to clear out more space because it's time for some more Junimo huts, which we're going to place down as carefully as possible. Day 20, it's raining, which is super convenient. We hoe the farm, place down leopard seeds, and we're gonna move these ponds out of the way later. Whatever time we have left, we get some more eels because we wanted to get the fried eel and spicy eel recipes done. So we finished that part, and we feel super good about ourselves, super productive. We buy some more rare crows because we are feeling lazy. And we go over to the Ginger Island farm, collect a lot of foraging items or cooking items that we need for crops. Feeling good about the organizations there. And we do whatever kind of cooking that we can. And that is day 21. Day 22, we find our last book, Art of Crabbing. Super excited about that. We got our new achievement, and it's looking really, really good now. One achievement we can't get, unfortunately, but the two others we can get very, very soon. We get another banana sapling, so we've just been getting super lucky. I mean, not lucky in a sense that we haven't gotten the skull, what I really want, but again, I'll take those. I'll take them. And then the rest of the time, resources and clearing up more space for some more Junimo huts. soon as we have enough fiber, enough materials, then we will start on that. And we'll pass it out on the farm in the rain. And while everyone is out on the farm, we're gonna move this back so we have even more room for crops. And as I mentioned, we'll move those ponds here. Cool. So that's our last Junimo hut that we'll place down. And you know the deal. It's taken almost the entire spring season, but hey, at least we'll have a whole season at least where it is maxed out. And if I've planned everything correctly, we'll have plenty of money to get our golden clock and everything that we need. We cleared some space for those ponds, and we'll head over to the flower dance. Wasn't sure if I wanted to do this second year in a row, but we won't be rejected, so why not? Why not? Day 25, we'll move the ponds, since we couldn't do it the day before. Place down the Junimo hut. I said that was the last one, but that's the last one. Collect whatever ancient fruit we can. And there'll be a lot more of an order to this after we reach perfection and we can just do it all in the same day. But for now, we gotta do it when we can. We'll choose Skull Cavern Invasion, which means we can collect some radioactive ore. At the end of day 26, this is what our maxed out Junimo farm looks like. On day 26, I finally remembered that I can buy bombs. So, buying mega bombs is what I'm gonna do. And head down to the Skull Cavern Invasion. But unfortunately, on level 82, as you can see, I'm scrambling to find some food. I just passed out. So I don't quite make my goal, but I'm confident that I'll make it the next time. I wasn't quite prepared for that. Didn't lose anything too important. Still have some radioactive ore that I can craft. Send one piece off, and then I'll make a bar for tomorrow. We'll get our first obelisk, which is our desert obelisk, which is super, super helpful, super, super important. Now we can just 6 a.m. do Skull Cavern runs, and that's about it for day 27. We also, as I said, make a radioactive bar, which we'll send off. First one always goes to the shipping. Day 28, last day. It would be super, super cool if we can finish Skull Cavern Invasion at the end of this season. And if you're watching this far and you're an expert, is this common? Getting 2 galaxy souls in one giant slime. I've seen one before. I've never ever seen 2, and that's super lucky. I just saved a lot of key gems, and we're just one away now from getting the infinity, or the strongest weapon. Wow, I'm ending this episode sounding like such a casual, but I am ending it because we had a super productive spring year 3, and it's looking like our perfection run is in the horizon for year 3. Whether we can do it fall or winter, we'll have to see. You have to join me next time. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you in summer next time.